More than 130,000 Tucsonans have experienced Camp Cooper in its 50-year history, and they are looking to continue that for many years to come.
Colin Waite is here to tell us more about the camp and how you can actually help. And Colin, I know we were saying this has been going on for so many years, but anybody who hasn't heard of Camp Cooper, tell us about it.
So it's in the Tucson Mountains, about 15 minutes west of downtown, and we see between 3,000 and 4,000 elementary and middle school students each year. And the idea is to give them positive experiences in nature and teach them basic ecology concepts about the Sonoran Desert.
So kind of tell us, that's a lot of kids first off, but kind of tell me about the kids that come out to the camp.
Most of the kids that come out to our center have not had very many natural world experiences for themselves. So they get off the bus and there's a rattlesnake under every rock and every jumping cactus is out to get them. And so it's really a positive first experience for them. And we know that if they want to take care of it because they have positive feelings and emotions, that they will then want to take care of it as adults.
Well, I'm loving the pictures that we're seeing of the kids out there and experiencing it firsthand. But really talk us through maybe one of the experiences the kids would have.
Sure. So we have a really great partnership with Pima County, and so we go out into the desert itself, and it's all hands-on experiential learning. So it's getting your hands dirty, it's experiencing the smells and the textures of the desert, the sounds of the desert, and then it's tied to a specific concept. So we might look at relationships between plants and animals in the desert. We might look at how energy moves through a natural system so that they can understand the foundations of the systems and how everything works together.
You know, we see these stats that come out, how many hours the kids are spending on TV, their, Xbox, their iPads, everything.
Right.
This is kind of breaking that little bit of that cycle, but I'm sure this is even more important reasons as to why this camp is important to each child.
Yeah, it's not just enough to get them out into nature, but you also have to build a strong connection, and you have to tie it back to their personal life. And so a big part of what we're doing is helping them to understand that everything that we do has a positive or negative impact. And so they can do things, small things or big things in the community, to be more environmentally responsible.
And why is that so important? Why is it so important that children and adults have, such a good knowledge of our environment here in the desert or anywhere?
Well, we're closely tied to the environment. Everything that we do has some sort of an impact. And we know that Tucson is an amazing place. We're surrounded by these beautiful Sonoran deserts, and we want it to stay that way. And so, every kid that I work with, I feel like we're crafting the next generation of environmentally responsible citizens in town.
Well, and Colin, I know you've been a part of this camp for, 13 plus years that you've been involved, so it might be a hard question for you, but is there maybe like one memory that really kind of touches you or is powerful to you that you can share with us?
Well, I always love the questions that we get from the children that we work with, because you get such naked curiosity where they have no concept of whether it's a good question or a bad question, and they just want to know every little detail. But there's something about being there when a child sees a wild animal for the first time. So like a snake slithers by on the path, or a deer is peeking out from behind the trees. And just to see that awe and that wonder that goes with being out there and enjoying it. And we do overnight programs. And so seeing them around the campfire and looking at the stars is pretty powerful.
Wow.
So every day is a special story, really.
Yeah, every group of kids that comes out there, they really need these types of experiences. Yeah. And, I can go into any room in Tucson and say Camp Cooper, and there's a parent or a child or a grandparent who's done the program out there and has a positive memory.
And of course, we have viewers watching right now that probably want to get their kids involved. So tell us how we can do that.
Well, we register for our field trip programs at the beginning of the school year, so August and September. You can go on coopercenter.arizona.edu or onto the Cooper Center Facebook page to learn more about our programs. And we are always looking for new schools and new partnerships with community organizations.
And there's a way also to help in order for this camp to continue. We also are asking people for donations right now.
Yes, the camp is transitioning to a community-funded endeavor. We have a partnership between TUSD and the U of A College of Education, but we also need the community to be involved in the work that we do. And so we are crowdfunding for our operations and for our educational staff right now, hoping to raise $20,000 during the month of April.
I think that's amazing. And like you said, people that are parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, they've all, have gone there at some point in time.
Right.
This is a way to kind of give back to something that they had as their childhood. So I'm going to remind everybody how they can make those donations. But Colin, thank you so much for coming
Thank you
today.
for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, okay, you guys, the Camp Cooper crowdfunding campaign, that's hard to say, is live now through April 30th. Visit crowdfund.arizona.edu/Cooper 2016 and follow director Colin Wade on Twitter. He's at CC Jack Rabbit. For questions, you can call 626-1825.